I am welcoming Weibo Cheng, a candidate for Ward 1. Hello, Weibo.
Hello, Maggie. How are you?
I am doing well. So glad you could join me. Weibo, I am looking forward to hearing the responses to some of the questions I have sent you. I'm asking you to respond to each question within 2 minutes. Our first question: how would you describe the value of our heritage, and how would you like to see Richmond Hill's 150th anniversary celebrated next year?
Oh, talk about the Richmond Hill value of heritage. I know we have a very rich heritage in Richmond Hill, and the town of Richmond Hill since 1957, I believe. And during the years, and this is town and going getting bigger and bigger, and then finally in 2019 will become a city. And Richmond Hill always play an important role for York region. And now is, I believe, the third population big city in Canada. And with people's growing and the city growing, people come in from all over the world. We get diversity, we get rich rich land. We have wonderful people to join here to call Richmond Hill a home. And we always have that word, Richmond Hill is a little north, little nicer. So we really, really want to keep that tradition. And so if I look into the 150 years, next year celebration, I wish everybody can come out and join us after this COVID period done. I wish I have that positive attitude, and I always thinking, and starting now, the case go down and down, and the school is open, the parents go back to work gradually, and will be have a little bit challenge, maybe we have to occur. But after a year, I have that vision in next year when we celebrate, we will have, I hope everybody can come out of their house to be and shake hands to the neighbors and say hi, we win. That is, I want to see that vision. The people will be really to doing a normal life.
Okay, thank you. Our second question: majority of Richmond Hill residents are very car dependent. This has us with a large carbon footprint, thus contributing to the degradation of our environment. Do you see us resigned to live like this? Would you support changes to the municipal zoning rules to permit non-residential use in the areas that are now strictly residential? Should new subdivisions be designed differently?
Talk about to Richmond Hill is like very car independent. I really agree that, because living in the York region, like especially Richmond Hill, during the years, if without a car and the people go to work, it's a little bit harder before pandemic. During the pandemic, it's different story. The people, because they give a chance to you work at home, to be closer, because the house like a protection. But we'll talk about the change the zone, and we can think about that, because the things open, when they open up, people have a new job, people will be need to drive a car to their work, and some people need to take a bus. It's really, because the situation now, the inflation is high, so everybody have to little change differently. And so, but to talk about the new subdivision zone by law, we might be think about, we should be consider all the situations together to make people easy to access the public transit, and also have their opportunity to let them have a space to parking, or even have the like public, they can park there for like give little bit the opportunity, they can park like little longer night, like not like now we have to purchase parking overnight for $5 per night. they only can summer, you can purchase certain days, like kind of rules. Maybe we should think about that in order to meet every like a need for the Richmond Hill resident.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let's move on to the third question. What do you see as Richmond Hill's vulnerabilities?
Talk about vulnerability, and I always thinking, I look at the Richmond Hill, they always like the community service example, they always consider very like how to say the different people need. Like example, we have a community center, and the swimming program is especially for the women, which is very nice to consideration for the people they need. And also we have program for 55 years up, which is we give the chance for the people they need to be go out, they need to be meet to other friends, to learn the new skills, and learn, like for example, they can come out couple nights and together with play Tai Chi, with like learn the new skill, learn some painting art, which is for the after pandemic recovery is really good. I wish we can have that coming back after this. Yeah, I always thinking, because I like all that program. I even talked to my friend back home, they don't have that. They never think about that. Says you already have that service. So that is I look the good side.
Okay. Fourth question. Imagine there was a lottery for municipalities and Richmond Hill won $50 million. How would you like to see it spent?
Oh, $50 million, that is big money. And if I have the chance to manage this money, I will divide it by 4 categories. The first 10 million I will use to help out the people's property tax, because property tax is the people like to pay, like during after the inflation next year, maybe they get a little higher, maybe they get a reassessment, the different thing. And also I like to use that money to help out the senior when they have their property tax. It's hard for them to pay during the difficult situation. If the kids not leave a home, they have a bigger home. And also, and another, and help the senior, also help them the income, have the both income family, they help out, because they also, for them, they one part they have their seniors, another part they have to raise their child. For them is also a big burden, like a kind of thing. And also the third part for that money, for the property tax part, I also want to help the young generation. The people bought a house in Richmond Hill during the pandemic or before the pandemic. Maybe they get help from their parents, or they working hard to get the down payment. But now we have interest rate go up, for them is also hard. So I want to use some to help them. That is for the 10 million. And another 10 million, I want to have the community service. I want to use that money to add more service to meet everybody requirement. Like no matter your disability person, or your you have your different requirement, you need recovery, you have like a young adult, you want to join the different program, like some hockey program, swimming program. Like I want to use the money to promote them to get back to the community to attend our club. Another 10 million I want to use for the community safety program. I want to bring more community neighborhood watch to community. They can have input their community safety, like the children, they can free play in the neighborhood. And they also can, children, they can have their ideas to be promoted under parents' help and our program help.
Yeah.
And another part, I want to use another 10 million to help the local business. I know our world not have a big company in which compared to another world, but our world have some small business like a convenience store, like a children care center, like service hair salon, and have a UPS store. I want to have them out. If anybody, any resident want to open up a small business, maybe we can give a little funding to them. So support them. And also support them get the right person. We give them training, give them all the service. And I have 40 million already used. So the last 10 million, I want to protect our environment because global warming is in the corner. We see in Canada, they also have flooding. They have a kind of a disaster happen already, like fires and everywhere. Like I want to protect our homeland. I want to have some money to set aside to educate people how to do better recycling, and have other part of money to help the people how to be go out to plant more trees, right? To have the program to teach the resident how to make healthy garden, which is the summer we have a garden like a recreation program. Yeah, we can have more of this program coming in the Richmond Hill. So that is my mission.
You have lots of ideas, so thank you. Okay, we're going to move to the second part of this candidate conversation. I have 7 fun facts about the candidate to ask you, so they're to be answered quickly and with a smile. Okay, are you a tea or a coffee drinker?
I'm both.
Both, okay. Do you prefer ebooks or real books?
I prefer both.
Both, okay.
Yeah.
You say ketchup or ketchup?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. What is your ideal place for a vacation?
Oh, for now, ideal place for me is back home. I really miss my China, miss my parents. But another place is Canada. I love Canada. I went to so many places. I even want to go to the Kenora, like Thunder Bay. I never been.
Okay, very good. Do you have a Mac or a PC?
I have a PC.
PC. What is your favorite vegetable?
My favorite vegetable. It's hard to answer. I like all the vegetables.
Okay.
That is my point.
Okay. No favorites. Okay. Have you ever played pickleball?
No, that's part I want to learn. I never have a chance.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you, Weibo, for participating. I enjoyed hearing your responses. I wish you well with this campaign, and I hope I see you somewhere in the city very soon.
Thank you very much for giving me a chance. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Bye-bye.